live from Drama Shop with Zach Flock. Tonight, Lauren Gunderson, BJ Waide, and musical guest Ryan Dawley. And now, here's Zach Flock.
All right, folks, a little bit of technical difficulties. This is how you know we're doing the show live, and this is also how you know that I'm alone at Drama Shop. So if you'll indulge me for 1 minute, I'm going to take a walk over to the light board, so, entertain yourselves. Otherwise, we're in blue for the rest of the night. 1 second. Hi! Isn't this exciting? Spontaneous live television that we're doing together. My pages are out of order. Anything can happen now. All right, folks. So welcome to the third episode of Live from Drama Shop. Once again, I am alone, all by myself in a dark theater. It's like high school minus the hoodie and plus 50 pounds, 60 pounds. Maybe more. Of course, Drama Shop is keeping busy during COVID. Earlier today, we had a Director Emeritus lecture online featuring, of course, our Director Emeritus, Sean Clerkin. You know, the Erie Reader named Sean Erie's Best Actor for the second year in a row. At what age does it become a Lifetime Achievement Award? This was, of course, Joe Biden's first week as president. Meanwhile, down at Mar-a-Lago, and this is true, a plane was spotted circling the property with a banner that read, "Worst President Ever." Meanwhile, we captured this photo outside the Renaissance Center. Not cool, guys. Really, not cool. Big news from the past week. There are finally dogs living at the White House again. On Sunday, the Biden family's 2 German Shepherds, Champ and Major, moved in.
Hey, there you are. There you are.
I'm sorry. This is really strange.
Hey, I got a bone to pick with you.
I'm sorry, sir. Can I help you with something?
Yeah, you're that guy from that show there, right?
I mean, I'm a guy from a show.
You're from the what is that? The drama shop, yeah?
From Drama Shop, yeah. That's me.
Yeah. Well, I got a bone to pick with you.
Okay.
And what you doing with your papers there? What's going on there?
Well, I had to move, so I'm a little out of order from moving.
All right. Hey, look, I went down to that Renaissance building to see the show, and guess what? The building was locked. I couldn't get in.
Well, yeah, no, the building it's locked after business hours, so that not just anyone can get into the building.
Yeah, well, I went after about 20 minutes or so. I jimmied that lock open, and then I got in there and I went upstairs. But guess what? The theater door was locked.
Yes, sir. This is an online show. There's literally nobody here but me.
Yeah, well, I pounded on that door. Nobody let me in.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
You know what? I drove all the way home. I couldn't even go.
Can I ask where home is?
Your guess is as good as mine. I'm not a dummy. I'm not telling people where I live.
I really wasn't trying to get information out of you, but yeah. Anyway, we are, we're closed to the public and doing shows online because of COVID.
Because of what?
COVID-19.
COVID-19. What's that?
It's the coronavirus. The pandemic that's been affecting the country for more than a year now.
Well, this is new information.
You've never heard of COVID? I'm sorry. Do you not have a TV or?
Got a TV? What am I, an idiot? I watch TBS. I watch The Big Bang Theory.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, everything's shut down. Restaurants are shut down. Everything.
Yeah, well, that explains why they keep kicking me out of Applebee's, huh?
Well, didn't you notice everyone was wearing masks now?
Yeah.
What did you think that was for?
I don't know. Mardi Gras?
No, it's not for Mardi Gras.
Well, this is all new information. I'm stunned.
Look, it's COVID is a serious issue. You should try to learn more about it if you can.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm floored. I thank you.
Okay. Well, anyway, I was in the middle of the monologue here, and I think my pages are in order. So if it's okay, I'm going to just get back to that now. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, the Biden's dogs, Champ and Major, moved into the White House on Sunday.
Oh, hey. Okay. Wait a minute. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was doing some reading here on the computer thingy here, and about this coronavirus.
Yeah.
And what I'm reading here is that it can only be obtained by eating bats.
No, sir, that is absolutely not true.
I'm pretty sure it's true.
No, trust me. You might want to look at like cdc.gov or another source because
Can't even spell that.
I'm sure that's true. But anyway, you can only get it from other people, from coming in contact with the virus. You really should try to seek out some reliable information.
Fair enough. All right. Well, then I'm just going to stay here. Since I'm here and I wanted to see your show, I'm going to stay here and watch you.
What you can watch on Facebook or YouTube. You don't have to watch me here. Come to think of it, how are you in this stream? How are you even watching?
Welcome to 2021. Ever hear of a Zoom bomb?
Yeah, but we're not even using Zoom. That literally makes no sense.
Tell me about it.
What?
Hey, I'm going to sit right here and watch your show, okay? So you just go ahead and continue with the jokes.
You know what? Fine. I'm going to go ahead with the monologue, and then you have to leave.
Agree to disagree.
No, you have to leave after the monologue, okay?
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Okay, so anyway, the Biden's dogs, White House. Upon arriving at the White House, the first thing the dogs did was sniff out Barron Trump.
Whoa. Okay, that's not, I'm sorry, that's not funny. Trump is fair game, but leave Barron alone.
Okay, sorry, touched a nerve there. How about something not political?
You can be funny and not political?
Okay, well, let's try. The Super Bowl is a week from tomorrow. The Kansas City Chiefs face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, hey, Zach.
Yeah.
Where are the Buccaneers?
I don't know. Where are the
Buccaneers?
They're in Tampa, right?
No, they're under my bucking hat.
I'll give you that. That's not bad. That's not bad.
I'm doing the jokes.
Okay, well, calm down. The game is actually in Tampa, making the Buccaneers the first team to play in the Super Bowl on their home field. And because of COVID restrictions, it'll also be the first Super Bowl with more crocodiles in attendance than people.
Well, sorry, sir. Actually, American crocodiles are extremely rare in Tampa Bay area. You're probably thinking about alligators. It's a very common misconception.
Okay, thank you.
Plus, crocodiles are incredibly shy animals and tend to avoid human interaction unless they are provoked.
You know, for someone who's never even heard of COVID, you know an awful lot about crocodiles.
Thank you.
That was not a compliment.
And another thing about crocodiles, they are ectothermic, which means their body is controls their temperature. They get in the sun, and they bask in the sun.
Can we maybe just remove this guy from the team?
Crocodiles' mating rituals are initiated by the male by repeatedly slapping the head of the female.
Oh God, Nicole, please feed Nicole. Oh my God, I apologize, everybody. Live TV, anything can happen. I don't know who that guy was. He looks familiar, but I promise you that is the last you will see of him. All right, folks, coming up, we have a great show. She's the writer behind Silent Sky and the most produced American playwright. We are talking tonight to Lauren Gunderson. Plus, you've seen her on our stage in Hand to God, Nevermore, and many other shows. From Drama Shop creative team, BJ Waide is here. And filling in for our original musical guest, Krista Perry, who is unfortunately unable to be here tonight. We are really grateful that my old friend Ryan Dawley will perform coming up tonight. But first, let's check in with the legendary Elena Manchester.
Legendary in my own mind.
Legendary in my mind, too.
Who was that guy?
No idea, but we're off to a really good start.
I think so. I think so for sure. That speaks, everything so far I think bodes really well for the rest of the show. So
I'm not going to say anything. I don't know what to say to that. Anyway, Elena, you're going to stick around, and if all goes well, you'll rejoin us at the end of the show, and we'll be able to hear you. You'll be able to hear me. It'll be awesome.
I know nothing about crocodiles, but yes, I will be able to watch. And yeah.
That's actually preferred.
Okay.
So we're going to do Ask Me Anything once again. So if you have questions for Elena or me, but mostly for Elena, the more embarrassing, the better. Please comment those in Facebook, YouTube, wherever on the interwebs. I think literally just Facebook and YouTube. I don't know. Yeah. So comment, and at the end of the show, maybe, just maybe, we will answer your question. Elena, we'll see you coming up. Thank you for being here tonight. And folks, when we come back, playwright Lauren Gunderson will be here. Stick around for more live from Drama Shop.
Hi, I'm Kate Thiem, and I'm happy to serve as an Erie Playhouse. Hi, I'm Kate Thiem, and I'm happy to serve as a pack of. What? Hi, I'm Kate Thiem, and I'm happy to serve as a station dinner theater board. What? Hi. I'm Kate Thiem, and I'm happy to serve as a Drama Shop board member. Our first season has been unlike any other. What? Not the first season? Our third season has been, our sixth season has been, our 8th season, our 10th season has been unlike any other. We've done our best to pivot to safe delivery methods like UPS and FedEx, but we've had to scale back our usual production schedule. In a season with limited ticket sales, your donations to the Supporting Players Drive don't matter at all. Kind of matter. They matter a little. Okay, they really, really matter. They matter a lot. They're more important than ever. Your support helps us pay the rent, cover expenses, and buy a new Hydro Flask, and pay off my car loan, and get out of student loan debt, buy more leggings, and keep Drama Shop moving forward. There's a lot more to come this season, so head to dramashop.org to show your support for Theater in Crisis, Theater in Recess, Theater on a Precipice, Theater Nonetheless, Theater in Distress, Theater on Recess, Theater in Process.
My first guest tonight was twice named the most produced playwright in America by American Theater Magazine. She's also a screenwriter and a short story author. Her latest play, The Catastrophist, is premiering online, co-produced by Roundhouse Theater and Marin Theater Company, where she serves as playwright in residence. Please welcome Lauren Gunderson to the show.
Hi, everybody. Nice to be here.
Thank you so much. First of all, you were so kind to join us for an episode of our podcast last year, which feels like it was like 10 years ago at this point. But we were so grateful to have you on that show. And of course, so grateful that you're able to join us tonight. So,
of course, I'm so happy to be back.
Yeah. So last time we talked on the podcast, we had a pretty heady conversation about theater, as we do on podcasts, right? On this show, we try to keep it a little bit lighter. So I'll start off with a real hardball question for you. just exactly how many pairs of glasses do you own?
I really only toggle between two, these and a bright pink set of glasses.
Okay,
So,
I had to check. Our associate artistic director, Elena Manchester, has, no joke, probably dozens of frames at this point. So when I think of you, I always think of the different glasses. So I had to start with that one. I promise you the questions will get tougher from here on in.
oh, can't wait.
Yeah, right. So just to make a connection for our audience who might not have connected the dots yet, Lauren, you're the author of Silent Sky, which is actually the play that Drama Shop was working on when COVID hit, and that obviously threw all of our plans up in the air. You were so gracious during that production to record a video for our audience, and then you actually wrote about our production, among other things, for 3 Views on Theater. Specifically, you wrote about the stage directions. Now, anybody who's read your work knows that you love a good stage direction. So why is that? Tell me a little bit about that.
You know, I think stage directions are kind of the secret code from a playwright to their reader, to a director, to an actor, and through all of that to an audience. I think it's the time when you can strip away any pretense or poetry and give a very clear sneak peek into what's actually going on for a character. So there are times when I use a stage direction to say, of course he loves her, but he's lying when he says, and then the line. So you have the chance to be kind of boldly real and honest with what's going on under the surface of all the characters. And it's also a chance, each play has a different kind of or style of stage direction. For me, I and You is a play of mine about kind of a contemporary drama about 2 teenagers. And so the stage directions have this kind of effervescence and sass to them that Silent Sky stage directions have a little bit more romance and lugubriousness. So it really is like, I don't know, it's like a codex to figure out what it's actually about.
Yeah, and leave it to the playwright to use the word lugubriousness within the first 2 minutes of the interview. That's great.
I love a proper vocabulary.
Yeah, well used. So I want to talk about your husband, Dr. Nathan Wolf, is a virologist, or a virus hunter, as the Washington Post called him. I love that. That's such a badass title. But he's also the subject of your latest play, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But before we get to that, I would imagine that living with a virologist during a pandemic, I would imagine your household is probably taking things pretty seriously.
Absolutely. No precaution is too much.
Yeah. And of course, you also have young children. So what has the Gunderson Wolf household been like during COVID-19, during the pandemic and staying at home?
Yeah. I mean, we've gone through the different phases like everyone else, where we were hyper concerned and isolated at the beginning. And then, of course, opens up in a couple different ways. And okay, we feel safe, with ordering from this store for groceries or, and then, in San Francisco, a couple of schools have opened up, and for a while now have had kids in person in school. And that has been incredibly successful and helpful, not just for parents' lives, but of course, primarily for kids. My kids are small. And imagine being a 4 or 5-year-old at this time, and it's a very hard thing to understand. But they're so resilient and they need social interaction and that so much. So we've been really lucky to be in a city that's gotten it under control so that at least some of the schools can open up. But yes, we cook. I haven't been out to eat. We cook all the time, every day, all the time. And just try to keep things close, masks of all sizes and shapes. It's one of those things that I'm not sure why anyone would want to tempt fate in this. I'm not sure who you're impressing by not wearing a mask or not getting a vaccine or not, doing every single thing that you can. Because, one of the things my husband has told me is that every little thing does actually help. So if you have a chance to even do one thing, you should do it. It's not like, well, I didn't do those 2 things, so I probably shouldn't do these other 2 things. No, do anything, all of the things, all the time that you can. But any one thing that you can add to your routine is helpful.
Yeah. And so I think of the people who are, largely staying at home, I think we fall into two groups. There are those folks who have taken advantage of this time to maybe, make improvements to their house, to explore some new creative outlet, to try new things. And then there are those of us, guilty as charged, who have watched 15 seasons of ER over the past couple months.
Good choice.
I'm curious where you fall in that spectrum.
I'm a doer. I need to be doing things. So yes, I've been learning, doing all these new recipes, learning how to do pretty dramatic eye makeup because it just takes and you're staring at your face in Zoom all the time. And I was like, maybe we can do like a bold look. I have been doing a lot of activities with my kids, various sciencey activities and art activities, and absolutely watching all the Netflix and all the HBO and writing a ton. I mean, the thing is, a lot of the projects that I'm involved in, whether it's a film or, TV shows and certainly plays, they sometimes can move very fast, but often don't. So once we realized this pandemic was not going anywhere anytime soon, I settled into kind of, okay, keep doing the work, because when it does wrap up and it is safe and we do have herd immunity, we can gather again, I want to be ready. And I want to, not just be ready with what I wasn't doing, but artists are witnesses and oracles and archaeologists. And so all of those perspectives, I think we're going to need when we get out of this, because most of us have never been through anything like this. And we're going to need the arts. We're going to need stories, not just mine, of course. We're going to need so many perspectives and voices to lift us up and out of the quagmire, politically, health-wise, environmentally. So I want to, in some ways by example, to kind of keep making things, but there is zero shame in not finding a way to be productive and creative. And I want to make sure that there's no competition of who made the most of their quarantine time. But it is, I think it was important for me in terms of sanity keeping to be working.
Yeah, I think that's such a good point. We all need to do what it is that we need to do to get through this. So obviously, you've certainly been writing and you have a new play, The Catastrophist, which I'd love to hear about. And my kind of first question is, obviously, I believe anyway, that you hadn't started that until COVID hit. Yeah. Is that a fairly short turnaround time from concept to premiering,
Oh, now? Yeah. Yes, it's absurd. But when there's nothing else going on and we all missed theater so much, it felt like, why not? I think that is one thing I've learned is theater can be very fast if we support it and we want it to be. And in this case, it was the right story in a new way, told in a kind of boldly resilient production, and we kind of did it because we could and we wanted to, and we believe in theater and believe that you kind of can't stop it. And so, but yes, it was quite a lot. It was the first, I agreed to write, or half agreed, like, sure, let me think if that maybe is even possible, a couple of weeks into the pandemic and shutdown. And then it took a while to find my way into the story, and then the time to write it, and then rehearse, but we were on like a fast track once we knew. So here we are.
So what is The Catastrophist?
It is a one-person play that starts with a man on a bare stage, opens his eyes, and is trying to figure out what the hell he's doing there, and is cued by the play itself. He's aware of the plainness of his circumstance and is trying to figure it out. This prompts memory and science and panic a few times, and the kind of unraveling of a bit of a mystery, true story of that is based on my husband, Dr. Nathan Wolf, who's a virologist, But it has a lot to do with memory, with fatherhood, with parenthood, with legacy and loss and love. And so it really is, it's kind of packs a punch in only 70 minutes. And we designed it to be done in this moment. And the filmmaking is gorgeous. And I say that because it is a play, but it's also a film. It really is a pretty equally handheld hybrid of the two. So I'm incredibly proud of it. Jason Mendakis directed, Peter Rocco was our cinematographer and editor. Chris Houston did original composition, and the incredible Bill DeMeritt is our actor. And it's a bit of a tour de force. So I'm quite proud of it. It's cathartic. It's just cathartic as hell, you know. That's what I felt like I needed in this time, to kind of go up against the harder things of life and to come out on the other side. And so I look forward to everybody seeing it if you can and like to.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, obviously, you know, you've tackled a lot of historical figures before, your fictionalized takes on historical characters. I'm sure when you write, you probably tend to imbue your characters with some traits of maybe people you know or people you've encountered. Now, in this case, you're literally writing a character that, now, is he based on your husband, or is he your husband? And just how do you do that? I'm fascinated by that.
Yeah, I say based on because, of course, it's not literally him, but there are many overlapping details, and it is about him. But it, as with every piece of art, it goes through the prism of the artist's mind. And so there, I kind of don't want to say it is him because it's not journalism. It is still art. So there's that poetic license. But yeah, it was wild. I mean, both in the science and in the immediacy were new things to me. I usually don't write about living scientists. They're usually quite dead. And I usually write about physicists and math and astronomy and cosmology. So this was new on a lot of levels. But I was also living with my source material. So I would interview him nightly and ask questions. And I mean, it's tough because my job as a dramatist is to really put my main characters through the ringer and make things very hard for them to kind of test their mettle. And I didn't know if I wanted to do that with my dear spouse, my life partner. But it opened up a new way to talk about marriage, to talk about love, talk about storytelling. It's in some ways the character fighting the play that they're in, which I found compelling. I didn't quite know what that meant when I first started writing, but that was a bit of the theatrical playground we were on. So I'm incredibly proud of it.
Now, you mentioned interviewing him. Was Nathan involved in the process in other ways? Was he reading drafts? You know, how does that?
Yeah, no, he knew what I was about or the content of it, just simply based on the questions I was asking him. But I didn't want him to read early drafts of it until he only saw the very first reading, the first day of rehearsal. And in that, I really wanted him to kind of retain some audience level reaction to it. As we all know in the theater, those very first readings are in some ways the most honest reaction to a play at that point. And so I wanted to kind of capture that and get that fuller reaction than, you know, reading a scene at a time and watching the play go through edits on screen. But after that, we had a lot of notes, a lot of them about science. And he was involved in that kind of level. And then he didn't see it again in any form until last night when he saw it for the first time, the film version.
And what was his reaction?
He loved it. I mean, it's weird. It's so weird.
Did he tell you if he didn't?
There were some surprises that I didn't tell him about. So the ending has a really kind of some beautiful cinematography that he didn't expect. He didn't see coming, which is cool. And yeah, I mean, it's a very odd thing. One usually isn't the subject of art. There's only not a lot of us get plays or films written about us, certainly while we're alive to see them. Yeah. So it was an interesting night. It was quite meaningful.
And even though it is a one-person show, I think from what I've seen just in the trailer, you're referenced in the show. So what's that like? I mean, you've essentially written yourself as a character in some regards.
Yeah, I mean, in that way, it's a love story. It's a story of a marriage, as well as a singular person's story. And the truth is, nobody's alone on this earth. You don't really live alone. And that's actually referenced scientifically in the earlier part of the play. but it's kind of the DNA of the whole thing. Like you can't have a one-person show, really. You can't have. There's no story that's about one person.
Yeah.
Even Tom Hanks in that movie about him being stuck on the island.
That's so funny. That's literally the example I went to. He needed the volleyball, right? You got to have someone to talk to.
Yeah, and you have memory, and you have desire, and wishes, and dreams, and all of the things collide. So that's what was important to me about the show, is to try to do something I'd never seen done in a one-person play, and to really kind of keep it simple, but to try to mess with it in the way that theater allows us to do. So sound has a force in the play. There is lighting has a physical force is exerted on him. This kind of hand of the playwright kind of keeps him on track, and he fights against it at times. So that's kind of what I mean, and that it's about storytelling and theater in a way.
I should explain. My wife is a writer. She's writing, I think, this, just maybe. Every now and then with a good answer, you get to discover something true. There is, right now, out there, building capacity through the natural trial and error of any evolution, something is evolving right now into something that will be ready for us. Will we be ready for it? Why are you doing this, Lauren? Why this?
I'm so looking forward to see it. As you know, I'm a huge fan of your writing. I actually listened earlier this week to Natural Shocks for the first time.
Oh, cool.
Reading of it, and man, that takes some turns that I was not expecting. I'll leave it at that for those who haven't listened yet. But I think you have this great ability to take what might seem like ordinary everyday situations and just infuse them with drama and characters that are complex and fascinating. And I so admire that, and really looking forward to seeing The Catastrophist.
Appreciate it.
And I also have to say, I think it's just so cool that I will be able to sit in my home in Erie, Pennsylvania, and watch your show that was filmed in San Francisco, I believe, right?
Marin, yes, right across the bridge.
Yeah, so I think if anything good has come out of this experience, it's that theater can now be seen, all over the place, and we don't have to wait for that world premiere. We can watch it along with everybody else. So I'm definitely looking forward
about that, and I do hope that becomes a bit of a new normal in the theater. Not every production or every play, but some, many, I hope, will get this treatment and be well filmed and well edited and kept, so that I can see your work in Pennsylvania and you can see ours in California, and you can see work in London and Bangkok. We have the technology. We just have to kind of commit to it and commit to the importance of it, which I think helps democratize theater. It helps makes it accessible. I think there's really not bad news as long as we take care of the artists who are involved in the productions, right, and pay them and support them for their work. I think it's good for theater online.
Yeah, and with theater being such a collaboration, it's really just kind of opened the doors to collaboration that much further. So yep. I'd love to put you on the spot here and play a little game if you've got time. Can we do that? All right, I'm going to spring this on you. We're going to play a little game called Pitch Meeting with Lauren Gunderson. All right, so here's how this is going to work. We're going to fire up our very fancy and very expensive random word generator.
Oh.
It's one of those massive old computers like you see in the movies. Takes up an entire room. We're going to give you 3 unrelated words. And as quickly as possible, I'd like for you to pitch me a new play incorporating those words.
Oh my God.
Sound good?
Here we go.
And remember, there's no such thing as a bad idea, right?
We'll test that theory. But
there are bad ideas for sure. Let's find out. All right, let's fire up the random word generator if we're ready to go. I don't know if there it is. Tom Hanks, Christmas, pineapple.
Oh man, this is like too easy.
Yeah?
Yeah, a Christmas movie starring Tom Hanks. We've already made millions of dollars just with that. And Pineapple Says Hawaii. So it's a movie of a family vacation in Hawaii that goes a little wrong, starring the fabulous Tom Hanks. And
I love it.
Let's make it, he plays two characters, twin brothers, and one goes missing. What will bring the family together in time for Christmas?
Wow. Wow. Incredible. Incredible. All right, let's do another one. I'll hit the button this time. Here we go. A suburban housewife, Mars. Oh, got small there. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
I mean, all J.K. Rowling issues aside,
Yeah.
I will say that the housewife, you assume based on the first scene that it's a suburban housewife here on Earth, but no, it's a subdivision on the planet Mars. And the one book that the mother brought was the very first Harry Potter book, which she wasn't allowed to do. You're not supposed to bring books to the new Mars colony. So she's a rule breaker, even though she's a suburban housewife. She's going to save the day, take over the division, and something.
So she's an Earthling who has moved to Mars because we're colonizing Mars.
Indeed. Yeah, and it's like a restricted society, no wizard books. So but keep breaking the rules.
I love it. I love it.
Starring Viola Davis as housewife.
That's great. Do you have a title for that?
The Housewife.
Perfect. Perfect. To the point. All right, let's do another one. Here we go. Elementary school teacher, nuclear power plant, dead car battery.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this is going to be a little dark. This is not a Christmas movie. But the elementary school teacher, who is played by my favorite game, Ewan McGregor, is stalled from going to school because of a dead car battery. But the school is right next to the nuclear power plant, and something goes down. So then he turns from an elementary school teacher to a saving the day guy when he saves the entire school from a nuclear meltdown.
Incredible. That is incredible. I hope you're writing these down. All right, let's do another. Let's do another. Here we go. Queen Elizabeth I,
Right.
World War II,
Interesting.
handkerchief.
Ooh, I mean, this one's kind of interesting because you can get both Queen Elizabeths in the same
Little
movie.
time travel.
Time travel. First Queen Elizabeth, time travel to World War II to meet the second Queen Elizabeth. And then it's like bombs and stuff.
Yeah.
And something about the first queen's handkerchief is like slightly magical. So she gives it to here we go. Okay. So before she time travels back, Queen Elizabeth I gives Queen Elizabeth II the magical handkerchief, and that helps them win the war.
I love it.
The Nazis.
I love it. We got some Nazi fighting queens. I love that.
Who doesn't want that?
That's great. That's great. I smell a Tony Award, if I'm being honest with you.
Look, or
All right, let's do it. Let's do another, shall we? Here we go. Captain America. Oh, I don't know if we can get the rights to that. 1994. Notre Dame or Notre Dame. I'll leave that up to you.
Notre Dame. I'm going Notre Dame because I don't know anything about football. 1994. So I would be 12 years old. 12-year-old Lauren, Captain America. I know so very little about the Marvel character. We're gonna do. It's like the 12-year-old trip to France, going into Notre Dame, and I mean it's just a Marvel movie, and she's visiting the Notre Dame, and then Captain America like battles an alien bad guy, almost ruins Notre Dame, but then does it, and somehow she helps. It's great.
I'd be really interested in seeing Lauren Gunderson tackle a Marvel movie. I think that could change things for everybody. Let's give it a shot. Well, Those were absolutely incredible. Thanks for playing. I think you won. I don't know what the score was. I don't know how we score something like that. Let's just call it a win for everybody.
I'll take it.
All right. Well, The Catastrophist is streaming now through February. You can get virtual tickets at marintheater.org. Lauren Gunderson, congratulations on what I'm sure is going to be another hit show. And thank you so much for taking the time to be with us here at Drama Shop.
Such a pleasure. I love y'all. And let's stay in touch, and hopefully we'll meet in the theater lobby sooner than later.
Absolutely. Lauren Gunderson, everybody. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And Drama Shop patrons can get $5 off of their tickets to The Catastrophist when you use the code STREAM5.
We've got the gear every theater geek needs. Even though our venue is closed, you can still stock up on Drama Shop apparel, like our Different and Theater Geek t-shirts. Plus, stock up on Drama Shop book club selections and scripts from some of our recent productions. Order online at dramashop.org and we'll ship directly to your door. So even when you can't show your support by coming to the theater, you can wear your Drama Shop pride on your sleeve. Support theater in process. Shop today at dramashop.org.
Hi, I'm Nicole Lossie, inviting you to check out Shop Talk, the official Drama Shop podcast, featuring a rotating panel including Drama Shop's own Zach Flock, Elena Manchester, Sean Clerkin, and many special guests. Casting, directing, acting, writing, and design, we cover it all. Our complete backlog of episodes can be found on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, including a very special conversation with playwright Lauren Gunderson. Shop Talk, the official Drama Shop podcast, is sponsored by Gannon University's Schuster Theater.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Don't forget, Elena Manchester will join me at the end of the night for Ask Me Anything, so be sure to ask your questions on Facebook or YouTube. Plus, a musical performance from Ryan Dawley is coming up. But first, my next guest has been a part of Drama Shop since she made her debut in Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson. She acts, she directs, and she serves on Drama Shop's creative team. Please welcome the lovely BJ Waide. Where is she? There she is.
Hi.
Hi, Beej.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Are you on a boat?
Always. What's that?
Are you on a boat?
No, not this time.
You're walking. It looked as though you might be on a boat.
Well, that's because I'm carrying my laptop around the house right now because I asked my son, who I love so much, to make sure that I had the computer and the power cord. And he gave me the computer before he left the house, but now I'm magically in search of the power cord. So hi, I'm here though.
So what you're saying is we may lose you at any second. That's
no. I mean, I'm not that bad, but I'm looking for I'm looking through his bedroom right now. Live TV.
This is great television. It's really good.
Great. Everybody gets to see my son's gross room.
We're having an incredible show tonight.
There's only a tiny bit of technical difficulty.
Well, if you don't mind, as you search, I'll just, ask you some questions. We'll talk.
Oh, yeah.
And you can
I'm
keep
here.
record.
Okay, great. That's awesome.
I'm pretty sure, Beej, Bloody Bloody, that was your first Drama Shop show, right?
No, 8 was actually.
That's right, our staged reading of 8. So I stand corrected. But your first main stage was Bloody Bloody.
Yes.
With that epic fight scene choreographed by Anna Manchester.
Yeah,
but
it was wonderful.
I definitely know you much further back. Was Producers the first time we met?
I was your dresser.
You were my dresser.
Yeah.
You get to know a person very well when they're your dresser. And vice versa.
Left foot, right foot, go.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't actually know the answer to this one. When did you start doing theater?
When did I do what now?
I'm sorry we caught you at a bad time.
No.
When did you start doing theater? Like was it in high school?
It was in high school. And sad to say, I was not in college long enough to do any productions there, but I missed it. Like I missed it so much. And when my husband and I bought our first house, the Playhouse put on TV or in the paper or something that they were going to have a cattle call. And I said to my husband, I'm like, you know what? I miss it too much. And I'm going to go to this. I don't even know what a cattle call is, but I'm going to go.
Yeah.
And I said, I probably won't even get a part. I mean, I've never done this kind of thing before. And so I go and, when it was still on State Street in the 900 building or whatever.
Rehearsal hall, yeah.
And so I go up there and they're like, what do you want to audition for? And they had 3 different things. The Stand By Your Man, the New Year's thing, and the Christmas show or whatever. And I was like, well, I'm not really down with Christmas show. So I auditioned for the New Year's Eve gala and Stand By Your Man, thinking that honestly, I wasn't going to get anything. And like 2 weeks later, because you had to wait 2 weeks ish. Yeah. So 2 weeks later, I had went to the Playhouse, and on the front, like you're getting your grades for school.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, you got a part in both. And I was like, oh, well, how does that work for time scheduling? And I came home and I'm like, babe, so remember when I said I probably wouldn't get anything? Well, now I got a part in both. So now I'm going to be gone for like 4 months.
Well, of course you got both. I mean, that's one of the things I love about you is you are great at comedy. You are great at drama, which I don't know that you necessarily knew right away. And you've also got an incredible voice. So, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I'm curious what your favorite thing to do is. Your favorite
what? Honestly, I'm finding a very, very wonderful new love for directing. I never thought that I would, and it's your fault. I never thought that I'd be able to do that because I didn't have the education behind me like most of the people I know that direct. And when you came to me and you were like, yeah, so you're going to do this, I was like, yeah, but no. And then you were like, yeah, and threw my hat in and I found that I really liked it.
And you are quite good at it. I think you have a natural inclination toward it. You, of course, assistant directed on The Humans, and then you directed Small Mouth Sounds, both really great productions and a testament to your work for sure.
Well, that's because, I'm bossy. I'm a little bossy.
A little bossiness goes a long way.
A tiny bossy, yeah. But weirdly enough, my favorite thing hands down still are musicals, though. I have a soft spot in my heart for them. I love to get up there and sing. Like a lot of people don't even know that I can sort of kind of sing. Yeah. And then they come to a show and they're like, I had no idea you could even hold a note in a bucket. So. Oh,
you've got an incredible voice. And I loved working with you in Nevermore. We had kind of a weird moment in a rehearsal. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell it?
No.
Okay. I'll tell it. Okay. All right. So we had a scene together and you played my wife's mother, right? You were Muddy. And
yes.
that was the character's name. And there was a rehearsal where we, had this like fight scene, right? Kind of a back and forth. And I kind of step toward you after I say my line and you kind of step in toward me and say something else. And we kind of step in toward each other. And I'm like, where's this going? Because there's not a kiss blocked here, but it sure feels like something's about to happen.
Something's gonna go down.
So yeah, it was. What happened?
I just remember that because I think we both got into it so much, and we just had a vibe that night, and it was just like.
I'll tell you what happened, Beach. Here's what happened. I forgot my line, and you were waiting for me to say my line. And
by doing that,
so Beej, like I said, I have such a blast working with you. You're so much fun because you always say exactly what you're thinking, as evidenced here tonight, I think. So if it's cool with you, I would love to play a game. Are you up for a game?
I'm up for a game.
Let's play Would You Rather?
Oh boy.
Okay. Now don't worry, we're gonna keep it fairly clean. I think my mom's watching, so
Okay.
you know.
Hi, Zach's mom.
Donna. Hi, Donna. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Donna.
All right. So, this great game is great because there's no points. Okay. You
That's
just answer the question. Tell me what you would rather do. Would you rather climb Mount Everest or go deep sea diving?
Climb Mount Everest. I don't like water in my ears.
Okay. Okay. Good answer. Would you rather have a velociraptor or 1,000 chihuahuas?
1,000 chihuahuas.
Oh, BJ.
Well, all right. I'd rather have one velociraptor and then watch it eat 1,000 chihuahuas. How about that?
Okay, I'm going to move on. Would you rather sell all of your possessions or sell one of your organs?
I'd sell one of my organs. Who needs them?
Well, I guess it probably depends on the organ.
True. But like I could easily give a kidney. I could easily give half my liver because it grows back. I'm in.
Well, there you
I
go.
can give one of my eyes. I only need one.
All right. All right. Calm down there. We didn't ask you to give away everything. Would you rather? Would you rather? That's the same. Would you rather skydive or scuba dive? Well, you don't want water in your ears, so we know the answer.
But you know what? I sort of retract from the first question because I would like to go. I would like to get some really good earplugs and go under the water to like talk to, well, not really talk to, but touch and interact with octopus, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'd have to get a little water in my ears.
Would you rather pet a gorilla or a lion?
That's a hard one. Probably a lion because gorillas are too much like humans.
Okay. One last question. Would you rather eat the same thing for the rest of your life or drink the same thing for the rest of your life?
Drink the same thing.
Okay. And that's how you play Would You Rather. Now, one last super important question that I saw come up on the screen from Patrick Thiem. Did you find the charger?
I did not. I'm cruising on about 16% right now, so we're good.
Well, luckily, we have come, not luckily because I love talking to you, but luckily for the sake of your battery life, we have come to the end of your interview. So, BJ, I love you. Jess and I are both so grateful to count you as a friend. Thank you very much for coming on the show, and I can't wait until we can safely share a great big hug together again.
That's true. I miss everybody so much. Thank you so much. Virtual hug. Virtual hug.
All right, BJ. Good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good. Love you. Bye.
See you, BJ. Our musical guest this week graduated from Gannon University in 2007. He's performed on many stages locally and just returned to the U.S. after touring Asia for the last 9 years. Please welcome my friend, Ryan Dawley.
There's a bottle on the dresser by your ring, and it's empty. So right now I don't feel a thing. I'll be hurting when I wake up on the floor, but I'll be over it by noon. That's the difference between whiskey and you. Come tomorrow, I can walk in any store. It ain't a problem, 'cause they'll always sell me more. But your forgiveness, that's something I can't buy. Ain't a thing that I can do. whiskey and you. One's a devil, one keeps driving me insane. At times I wonder, oh, if they ain't both the same. One's a liar, helps to hide me from my pain. One's a long gone bitter truth. And that's the difference between whiskey and you. I got a problem, but it ain't like what you think. I drink because I'm lonesome, and I'm lonesome because I drink. If I don't break down and bring it on myself, it'll hit out of the blue. And that's the difference between whiskey and you. One's a devil, one keeps driving me insane. At times I wonder if they ain't both the same. One's a liar, helps to hide me from my pain. One's a long gone bitter truth. And that's the difference between whiskey and you. Oh, that's the difference between whiskey and you.
Did you know members of our community come together online every month to talk about plays? It's the Drama Shop Book Club, and it's open to everyone. Join us for informal conversations about plays curated by Drama Shop's creative team. Scripts can be purchased at dramashop.org, but you don't have to buy from us to participate. Even if you haven't read the play, you're welcome to attend at no cost. For a list of plays and meeting dates, head to dramashop.org. Drama Shop Book Club, proudly sponsored by Ember and Forge.
We've got the gear every theater geek needs. Even though our venue is closed, you can still stock up on Drama Shop apparel, like our Different and Theater Geek t-shirts. Plus, stock up on Drama Shop Book Club selections and scripts from some of our recent productions. Order online at dramashop.org, and we'll ship directly to your door. So even when you can't show your support by coming to the theater, you can wear your Drama Shop pride on your sleeve. Support theater in process. Shop today at dramashop.org.
Welcome back, everybody. As we near the end of our show, it's time for Ask Me Anything. Woohoo! Theme music that doesn't exist. Let's bring in your friend and mine. Let's bring her back if her internet's working. Elena Manchester, are you there? Oh, wait, can't hear you.
God, I'm here.
This is by far best show we've done.
This is tight. Yeah. No, I'm here. I'm here.
Great. Hey, we all miss live theater. Here we are. This is live, baby.
Where's my charger?
Yeah, it was like BJ took us on an episode of Cribs. It was awesome.
I would pay to watch BJ look for something every show. So
yeah.
Okay.
Look, we got off to a late start tonight, so we're gonna go a little bit later tonight. We're just gonna do it.
It's fine. I have a babysitter. I'm married to him. It's fine.
Perfect. How about we play Ask Me Anything? You ready?
Yes, ask me things and I'll answer.
So I believe we sent the button to you this week. I think you have the button.
Right over here. So there I go.
Yes, and.
Do.
Oh, it's for me. How many steps have I logged on my Fitbit today? Oh, not a great day. Only 3,240.
What?
I was at a computer prepping most of the day.
I owe steps. I don't even have one. It just left.
It's very hard to get in steps during COVID, I find, when you're working in front of a computer and yeah. So
No.
that's the answer. Thanks, Kate, for shaming me. Elena, hit the button.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Boop. What role? Play again. I would want to play Mae West in Dirty Blonde, which was my first lead. And I was just a wee little baby, and I had to make, can I say words? I don't know. I had to say some words that I didn't, I mean, I knew what they meant, like biologically, but I was just the greenest green, and I had no idea. So I would love to do that again now that I know a little more about the world.
I would love to see you do that show again.
God, it's fun. It's a 3-person show. Claudia Scheer, I think. It's really
I would want to do, I would want to lose some weight because I'm not real comfortable in my skin right now. That's okay. It's quarantine. It happens.
It's your opinion, not your skin, but go ahead.
No, totally. I get it. But I would love to play the MC in Cabaret again.
Oh my God.
And for the same reason as your answer about Dirty Blonde is that I feel I know more now than I did then.
Let's just do a show where you're the MC and I am Mae West, and this is basically what we're doing now.
All right, hit that button one more time.
I keep forgetting. Boop, 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 boop. I did it.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh gosh, Dan
Okay.
Bainbridge. That's a tough one.
That's good. I like to listen to Assassins a lot lately. So that's what I like to listen to. I would watch anything, but I really like to watch things I've already seen and kind of because things are tumultuous right now in the world. So I like to know how the show's going to end, and then I want to see how people do it. I would be in literally anything right now. So
yeah, I hear you. I'm a terrible audience member. I've shared this with you before, Elena. I have a hard time watching shows. I don't know why I do, but and I can't answer the other parts of the question because I forget what they were and it left the
What do you listen to?
Oh, I'm constantly listening to Hadestown still.
Oh yeah, you are.
For like, 2 years now, I guess at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's my answer. Hit the button one more time.
Can you draw me a tarot card? Wait, what do you mean by draw? Do you mean like with a pen? This was okay. Wait, this is my tarot card. It was supposed to be. It was going for a smiley face. I got nervous, and it looks like a bowling ball. But it's actually shock. It's shock at how well this show went today. Or it's for bowling because you got a strike. No gutter balls here.
You literally drew a tarot card.
I did.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, that's an answer to the question.
There it is.
Right. Hey, let's do one more. Why the hell not?
Okay. What are you proud of and never have any seats to talk about? I talk about everything I want to talk about a lot.
Same. That was my answer.
Try getting me to shut up. I don't know. You go first.
I do talk about it though, but I'm proud of Drama Shop. I'm proud of this community that we've all built together. I really am.
Oh, I'm proud of you. That's what I never talk about.
Oh, well then I changed my answer. I'm proud of you.
No, you're proud of you too. Anyway. No, I really am proud of you. I'm proud of our friends who were on here today. That was amazing. It's just always so good to watch people I know be fabulous.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of my hometown. How about that? I'm proud of Erie.
Yeah.
I think Erie is great, and I think people like to shit on it, and that's not. I mean, there are things that need to change.
Sure.
Erie doesn't like change sometimes, but we need to change about some stuff. But I like Erie.
That's a great answer. I share that. Elena, so good to see you.
It's
Thanks
so
for
good.
rolling with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Get out of here, friend. I'll see you next week. All right. Every Saturday, the show comes as a surprise. My mom says I'm cutting into 48 hours. I'm sorry. We usually end right at 9. My bad. Technical difficulties. That is our show for this week. Big thanks to Lauren Gunderson, to DJ Waide, Ryan Dawley, and as always to Elena Manchester. Next week, another really big show. He's got 2 Tony Awards for Assassins and Fun Home, countless TV and film credits, and we will talk to him live. The legendary Michael Cerveris will join us. Plus, from Drama Shop's Fun Home, Nevermore, and the Blue Bowl monologues. He doesn't have a Tony, but probably should. Gretchen Kerr is back, this time to chat, and our musical guest, keeping the Fun Home theme going, is the very talented Anna McDuncan. All that and more next Saturday, live from Drama Shop. That's our show for this week, everybody. Stay safe, be well, and we will see you next week. Have a great rest of your night.